We're having a great time.
We continue the celebration. We go from one event to another.
And hopefully the people will remember the businesses and shop in Winthrop and come see what everybody has to offer.
Exactly. That's all we really ask. And we say this every month, that the chamber member businesses only ask for the opportunity to serve you.
Right.
That's all they ask. They're willing to, as Joe said tonight, I noticed Joe Farino said, it's the businesses who give to all of the different appeals by town organizations, by children's organizations, by the schools, by the Little League type of things, you know, all the different sports organizations. It's the businesses who give. It's the businesses who make it go. I often say to people, think of what you would have to pay for all these activities if the businesses didn't support them in part. Yeah, I don't know if you could afford to put your child in so many activities if you had to pay what the real freight was.
That's right.
Instead of the offset that you get by the businesses.
I don't think people realize how much,
No, I don't think
how
they
often
do.
the businesses are asked and how often
Daily.
they come through.
Right, daily.
They don't see that.
No.
And so that's why it's so important, if you can, to
Do your
go in
business in
and
Winthrop.
do your business
Exactly.
with them.
You know, I
because they're
sometimes-
making the town what it is.
How are you, Joe?
Good. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Okay, you guys did a great job. What is it?
It's an electric guitar.
An electric guitar?
Yep.
Yep. Whose idea?
We sort of both came up with it last night. Because I take guitar lessons in Winthrop, and I like guitars, so I just thought of the idea to make a guitar.
Well, it looks good. I mean, that's something different, and I think the judges are going to look at that and say, put a little mind, you know, put a little research into it. So, what did you do?
I only watched them.
You only watched them? Yeah. But you told them what to do, though. You said you got to.
I helped my friends over there.
Oh, they did a nice job too. We were just over there.
Caleb was a supervisor.
Yeah. So, Dad, what do you think? What do you think of the day?
A great day. Yeah, we enjoy this every year, and I want to say you folks do a great job with this too.
I mean, what would you suggest that that the teens and parents who have
yeah, if the teens and parents, I mean, I would take it if there's parents in the community, they would want something for the kids as well. I think it's something, if it seems like there's a lot of problems with the way the teen centers run, but I don't know how serious some of this stuff is, but I mean, obviously if you go in like this, screwing, you know, joking around and act disrespectful, they're not going to like it, but if you tell them things you need, I mean, I know I would be open to that, and I would
be open to it.
Believe me, I mean, yeah, and if the kids help set the rules, if you go in there and tell them what kind of rules you'd like to see, or what, you know, how the place should be run better to make you happier, then maybe that's something they would be open to. I don't know.
Have any one of you actually gone and talked to the people who...
It was, you know, it was the early '80s. We kind of got involved in one of those one-hit wonder bands called the Reflex. We had a hit single out called "The Politics of Dancing." I don't know if anyone really heard of it. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't know if you guys really want to see the video or not. I mean, all right. Well, Gary, do we have that on tape? All right. Well, remember, this was in the early '80s. This is the group I was in, "The Politics of Dancing." It's kind of embarrassing.
We got the message. I heard it on the
musicians are now DJs. The broadcast was spreading station to station, like an infection across the nation. Well, you know you can't stop it when they start to play. You gotta get out the way. The politics of dancing.
You've got to call them in. You have to have my way of thinking. Get every one of these agencies that has anything to do with the dredging together, sit them at a table such as we are now, and let them fight them between themselves, even if they have to put on boxing gloves. But let them fight it out and find out who's stopping everything. This is a shame. This is a sin. The people, and you know who's paying for all these consultants, don't you? You're looking at them with beady eyes right now. We're the ones that are paying for it. But it's great that if you have somebody that's related to you, or you know a firm that needs the money, give them another consulting bid. That's all.
There's one thing I do want to get across. It's Senator Kerry's office, Jennifer Miller, his staff person, and Congressman Markey, Carol Letterman, his staff person, are coordinating an effort right now to bring everybody together in a round table like you suggested, Joe. And our committee naturally will be well represented there. And there's a lot of subjective findings in there that we have found out about, and Tink might want to go into the fact that, like in some of these areas, we used to have one of the best breeding winter flounder areas in Winthrop and Belle Isle. I mean, we could get into the pros of fish and wildlife and protecting that environment from filling in.
Well, they're all complaining about there's no fish in the ocean. Why? There's no breeding grounds anymore.
In that session, I mean, there might be information that might be detrimental to the town of Winthrop. Is that person going to come back to the Board of Selectmen and say, hey, guess what I just heard? You know, there's going to be some kind of, you know, I think there's a conflict there. And the reporter from the transcript's telling me no, but, you know, so I think that I disagree. I also think that there's a potential conflict, and I think the legality of it that has been researched perhaps has been done at one level where the conflict exists at another. And for the lawyers in the group, I'll give them section 268.4c, which is a section that talks about conflict of interest at the town level. And there's a serious suggestion that the town of Winthrop, the Board of Selectmen, the person who sits on both boards may not be able to participate in discussions at the Board of Selectmen level on issues pertaining to the MWRA. This is unclear. The Board of Ethics won't offer an opinion about that unless it's challenged. I suspect it might be challenged. My objective is to, of course, prevent that challenge by winning on Monday, but in any case, I think it's an issue.
Thank you, Bob.
We'll be building new community resources for the rest of the community. That's important. Winthrop would also gain valuable space through the availability of the Dalrymple School area. New construction would allow us to be in full compliance with Section 504 and the American Disabilities Act. It will contribute to supporting the desirability of real estate in Winthrop. And we would, as a minimum, qualify for 65% reimbursement. New construction is not only the most practical way to ensure that every young student in Winthrop has a quality educational environment, it is also cost-effective. It should be mentioned that it's probably the least disruptive, it is the least disruptive option available, since new construction would not require moving kids in and out of temporary sites or even beginning to consider the possibility of a double session or things like that. Creating new elementary schools or a single facility will support student learning, bolster property value, increase pride in our community, and contribute dramatically to improving the life of the quality of this community. We look out at that water, it's so beautiful and so clear and so beautiful. Now we have to do things inside that water.
The race for school committee, Kathy Marino is up for re-election, and she is being opposed by Alex Alexanian. Alex has served on the board before. Kathy, I believe this is her first re-election bid. Also, there is I believe 7 candidates for constable, and you still have an opportunity to vote. As we said before, the ballots or the polls will close at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. You still have an opportunity to go down. Please do so. We're going to go to the phone in a few seconds. As a matter of fact, I think we might start that right now. Oh, that was good timing. See, I planned that. Let's talk to Paul Dawson, town clerk. Hello, Paul.
Ron, how are you?
Pretty good. You ready for your annual prediction as to who's going to win?
Oh, no, you don't. No. I don't do that. I never predict the winner.
Tell us about what's happened today during the course of the day as far as turnout is concerned.
Well, anticipating the question, as of about 6:30 p.m., we had 3,719 people who have voted. That's as of about 6:30. And that represents about just a little shy of 31%.
Dile que tenga paciencia, no dejes que salga fuera. Bonita finca de adobe, puerto de cielo y mezquite. Si me
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Tuesday, November 18th, 1997.
And this is Ion Winthrop with Carol DeMille.
And Dick Banks on the news desk.
So let's go right on with the news, Carol, and the big story of the week.
The big story of the week, of course, is that the special town meeting will convene next Monday evening. That's the Monday before Thanksgiving at the Memorial Auditorium at 7:30 p.m. We are going to be discussing the details of the special town meeting later on in this broadcast.
Meanwhile, I'll give the folks an update on what may have occurred. They missed it during this last week. The selectmen met last night on a Monday evening, and they did several items. The first being a citation to Meyer and Francis Brill.
Well deserved.
Yeah, who we know have left town, unfortunately. They had an update by the Chamber of Commerce. Now, next Friday, which is the Friday after Thanksgiving, the day after, will be the Christmas tree lighting at the center. At 5 o'clock, the fireworks, Santa Claus, and then the tree lighting, etc., as usual, down the center, so they encourage everyone to be there. That's next Friday, a week from this Friday, the 28th at 5 o'clock. And the following Friday, on December the 5th, they will go through a similar lighting ceremony at the Highlands up there, because they put, as you know, decorations there now. They awarded a $400,000 plus, something over $400,000 contract last night for the air quality study. Remember, this has been discussed for a couple of years now in the schools and the other public buildings, Carol. So that was finally awarded. That's off and running.
Hi, I'm Anita Petricone, and I'm a ship restorer on the USS Constitution, and right now we're in the bilge of the Constitution, and I'm just going to point out some of the changes that have occurred and some of the projects that we all did when the ship was in dry dock for 3 years. You can see this is the bottom of the boat, the bilge, and you notice these large timbers here. These are called diagonal riders. When the ship was built, Humphreys, the designer, had these installed, and over the years they were removed to gain more space for storage down here, and since then they have found documentation that they were originally installed, so we had them reinstalled. And the whole process, what took place here is they got a gang together to make plywood forms that fit right where these are, and they took the forms out and then sent them off to have them made up out of laminated white oak.
And the person who picks the movie that we do end up showing that night, we will have a special prize for them that night. So,
which you will be awarded, and I know WCAT will be there.
Yes, so call 846-3400,
and certainly voice your opinion on what kind of movie you would like to see that special night. And the date again is?
June 21st. And
From 8 to midnight.
8 to midnight.
So June 21st, okay. So people can call in now and voice their opinion, certainly give some kind of idea what movie they would like to see. We're taking a poll, and hopefully by the end of the program tonight, we will have at least some kind of tally as to which movies were the most popular. Certainly call in and give your suggestion. We'll see what the public wants. CAT is nice enough to take the poll and certainly help you out with that. After the fact, if they don't call in tonight, they can still call.
Oh, we'd love to have them call the office.
Definitely. And we'll continue the poll and find out what the most popular movie is.
Right. Someone did ask me yesterday why we were starting the movie at 8 o'clock. The reason for it is we do have to wait for it to get dark before you can see the screen.
Just like the old drive-in.
Exactly.
Right.
I know some people had said to me, well, I have young children, it's a little late, 8 to midnight, but we do have, you can't show the movie on the large screen until it does get dark.
When you see me walking down the street, and the fellas want to speed, on their faces they wear slips, but they know I'm the king of the ooh, looking at me like I'm a fool. No, deep down inside, they know I'm cool. I said now the moment has finally come. And I'm gonna show you some of that cool. Now give me a little bit of drum by himself there. Now give me a little bit of bass with those 88s. Looking, baby.
We see Santa coming down the street. You know, here he is, yo-ho-ho. Not yo-ho-ho, but ho-ho-ho. And coming down the street, ready to bring joy and gifts to all the kids of Winthrop. This is incredible footage here of the fire truck. We actually scotch taped a camera on top of a squirrel's head and had him run around just to get you the best footage that we possibly could. This is one of the smallest lightweight cameras in the world. It's on the top of a squirrel's head. We've been training the squirrel for over a year to follow Santa in his route. See, he's having a little trouble now, but that way he can climb on fences, on rooftops. This squirrel right now has one of the smallest, most lightweight cameras. It's scotch taped to his head. He's a CAT trained squirrel, and that's where all the money has gone, to these lightweight cameras and trained squirrels here at WCAT. So very good. So please stay tuned. Call in with your shout outs, 846-3400. We're here to shout out for you, and we're going to add you to the wall and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, while we're getting footage of Santa, I'll add the people that just called in. So please call in. 846-3400. How can you tell when Bill's like opening the marker? Because you hear him go, all right. Okay, Tommy Timms. All right, well, this is great. I'm glad everyone is tuning in. This is very exciting. Okay, I need a new marker. Let me get a new one. Where'd my markers go? There it is. Hi, everybody. Hey. I thought we were still going to do the footage, but that's okay. But right now, I'm adding people on the board. If you want to be on the Christmas board, call in right now, 846-3400, and you can have a spot of immortality. You know, this board is going to be kept up at CAT for, I don't know, a couple days.
nutrition.
And the SHARE program will work along the WIC program, all helping each other.
That's right. And in turn, by being on the SHARE program, you're helping your community.
There's wonderful recipes in there. You know, WCAT
Yes,
is
there
having a
is.
cookbook, and if
I
you
know,
get any
we are going
recipes,
to- yeah.
there's wonderful recipes in
Yes,
there.
they have recipes in the SHARE program, and also the SHARE program is worldwide.
So SHARE is sharing with WIC, and WIC is sharing with the people. So
And
we're
in turn,
all,
you're sharing with your community.
and we're sharing with the community. That's wonderful. We'll put that in black and white. Well, thank you so much, Jerry. I'm glad to
thank
see you.
you.
Perhaps we'll be on again.
Yep.
And thank you,
very
Anne Maria.
much.
God bless you.
And I'd just like to tell you that if anybody is interested in SHARE, the next day is going to be on September 27th from 10 to 12 up at the Oddfellows Hall on Winthrop Street.
And you know, that day I forgot, that day I was tied up. These people, God, they called me up and said, Elaine, where are you? I said, I'm home. They brought the stuff to me, and she had her husband. His box is dragging up 31 steps. That was wonderful.
But if people do need a delivery through the SHARE program, we're there to deliver.
That was sharing,
Can I
all
say
right.
something
else?
Can I say something
yes,
else?
you may.
I would like to invite everybody in the community. If you have small children, if you are pregnant, please come to us. We can help you. And even if you are working, you might qualify, you may be eligible. And I will see you at the new building in 27 Lincoln Street. And we'll see you there.
That's wonderful, because it's up to us as adults to take care of our children the best way we know how. And you can do it by the SHARE and WIC program. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Elaine.
Thank you.